The Death Scythe once reaped souls for the Grim Reaper himself. Worth 50,000 points, it sat in a I gained 2,800 experience points. Next, I used Corpse Explosion on its body. A second later, a violent explosion erupted among the wolves. It wiped out a large pack of wolves instantly. Kill level 14 Mine Wolf. Experience plus 2,800. I gained a massive amount of experience. I continued to use Corpse Explosion on the remaining bodies. The sound of explosions echoed continuously through the mine. My experience was freshman. Furthermore, my tone toward Magnus was very cold. He immediately guessed that I was this year's national top scorer. He then began explaining the dormitory fees. He suggested I save as many points as possible as a new student. He told me a 4-person or 2-person room would be good enough. However, I ignored his advice and chose a single room. Although the man was shocked, he didn't try to stop me. He took me to the single room and pulled out a card reader. When he saw the balance on the card, he was shocked again. He couldn't believe I had over 100,000 points. No wonder I didn't hesitate to choose a single room. Seeing his shock, I explained it was the reward for being the top scorer. 10 minutes, I finally found the boss, the Spider King. This was the first dungeon where I truly experienced being swarmed. I wouldn't let it down. It didn't take long for me to defeat the Spider King. My experience points increased by 80%. But because I was delayed for too long by the small spiders, I failed to break the dungeon record. Meanwhile, everyone in the Hall of Dungeons was waiting to see me fail. He hasn't come out yet, and the record time has already passed. It looks like he died inside. I earned another 39,000 points. After carrying people through dungeons multiple times, I now have 350,000 points. However, 350,000 points is still not enough. A single intermediate skill book costs 80,000 points. This isn't enough to learn all the intermediate skills I need. I need to find a way to get more points. But then, during today's opening ceremony, Vance wanted to defeat me in front of everyone to prove himself. He challenged me and offered 5,000 points as a bet. When I heard that, I told him it was too little. I held up one finger. Anyone with less than ends deaths, I sneered. Lucius was furious. I'll make sure you join them in hell. I took out my death scythe and spoke calmly. Didn't you want to clear the hell difficulty outpost? I'll use you to test my new skill. The next second, the dragon leader appeared as an undead summon. I mastered soul evocation in less than 2 weeks. Even my undead summons can crush foreign geniuses. One strike was enough to make them kneel and beg for mercy. While I was clearing the hell difficulty dungeon with Raven, Lucius used a tracking scroll to follow us with his entire squad. I wiped out all his men in less than 30 seconds. They leave no corpses. This means my corpse explosion skill is restricted. I'll have to push forward and take them out one by one. The moment I entered the next area, the world was completely shrouded in darkness. All light entering this place is swallowed by the dark. The only light source was the soul fire in the skeleton skulls. I used soul flame to provide some light. It only lit a small area, but then Raven's eyes flashed. Her assassin skill had activated. Assassins are like spirits of the night. The darkness is her best ally. In her vision, the darkness actually makes things clearer. 27. And Sarah is only level 26. In their group, aside from Nero, the other 11 members are at least level 35. The highest is level 39. Taking down a level 27 player like me should be effortless for them. Nero glared at me, his anger rising. If it wasn't for you during the big exam, I wouldn't have failed. I wouldn't have been rejected by the academies. He began to lose control. A red light suddenly erupted from his body. This was because his class is a berserker. He blamed all of his failures on me. I didn't understand why he hated me so much before. Now I see that it all stems from jealousy. My words provoked Nero even further. A knight from his team immediately charged forward. He used his charge skill to rush at Dante. He is a level 38 knight. He is fully equipped with gold tier gear. With full buffs, his combat power is immense. A knight's attributes focus on strength and constitution. For a standard level 38 knight, the base strength attribute is already over 4,000. With equipment and buffs included, his strength exceeds 10. Have you heard? The leader of the Dynasty Guild has arrived. Supposedly, while their team was hunting the battlefield Ghost King, their entire squad was wiped out. Not only was the battlefield Ghost King stolen, but his son, Slade, was also killed on the spot, regardless of who did it. They deserve it for always bullying us solo players, because the Dynasty Guild has such a terrible reputation. Seeing them in this miserable state makes most class users very happy. But this matter won't end so easily, he said before turning away. Another hour passed. A deep, majestic voice echoed once more. The solo preliminaries are officially over. We will now announce the results. Level 10 to 19 group. Level 30 to 39 group. Everyone was stunned by the announcement. Nearly 99% of the participants had been eliminated from the preliminaries. Everyone was curious about the challenges the Divine Summer Empire had set.